Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm your host, Valentine. Expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. On today's show, I will call it I should maybe make a section out of this. Call it first world problems. Problems that arise because we literally have nothing else to complain about, and we're gonna complain about this. The Associated Press says it will capitalize black but not white. This is thanks to the Daily Wire. We're gonna read this whole, or at least a big portion of this article because I like it. It's well written. So you could laugh a little bit with me. That way you could see the ridiculous amount of time people spend on literal stupidity that really doesn't matter and is perpetuating the constant talk about race in the United States, furthering dividing people and forcing people, um, forcing people subconsciously to constantly size people up based on race. Let's talk. Let's see what it says. This is to regarding the Associated Press. The Associated Press is an organization which is actually very almost very not like they don't lean a certain way in my opinion. They're like if you just want the news, which is good, then you go to the Associated Press, right? Um let's see what it says here. Let's read. The Associated Press often sets the way people use language. For instance, the International Wire Service recently decided that the word internet will no longer be uppercase. The news agency, which puts out an annual style book listing how words are to be used, are also recently said that the word black should be written as black, capital B, as you guys see there, when referring to Africans Americans. But on Monday, the AP said that the word white should be should not be uppercase when referring to Caucasian people. This difference of importance is a difference that they're making to separate people based on only, not whether they're good people, whether they're nothing else, just based on the color of the skin. Is insanity where we're heading in America again, thanks to leftist ideologies. Let's keep reading here. The AP said, let me exit this out. The AP said white people in general have much less shared history and culture and don't have the experiences of being discriminated against because of skin color. So you have to differentiate that according to them. We agree that white people's skin color plays into systemic inequalities and injustices, and we want our journalism to robustly explore these problems. I mean, this is my whole thing on the channel. I will be considered a person of color, immigrant. I just don't see the system that's keeping me down. I'm blind. I just don't see it. If I want to become the president, I can if I want to. John Daniski Whiskey. Did I say that right? I'm not sure. The AP's vice president of standards said in the memo to his staff Monday, but capitalizing the term white as is done by white supremacists risks substantially subtly conveying legitimacy to such beliefs. And stay that way you see what a group of black journalists believe. It's insanity. The AP reported that publications like the Columbia Journal, a Journalism Review, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, the USA Today, the Los Angeles Times, the Chicago Tribune have recently said they will capitalize black but have not done so for white. White doesn't represent a shared culture and history in the way black does, the New York Times said on July 5th. What does that have to do with anything? I don't understand that statement at all. White doesn't represent a shared culture and history in the way black does. Hence, they need to capitalize the word black. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Meanwhile, listen to this and laugh. Meanwhile, the National Association of Black Journalists, NABJ, said white should be capitalized too. So black journalists are saying that the word white should be capitalized too. CNN, Fox News, and the San Diego Union Tribune said they will give white the uppercase, noting it was consistent with black, Asian, Latino, and other ethnic groups. Fox cited NABJ advice, the AP wrote. Some proponents believe that keeping white lowercase is actually anti-black, saying it perpetuates the idea that the whites are the default race. Look at this word. Oh my God. How do people have so much time to think about all this stuff? Whiteness remains invisible, and it's the case with all power structures. It is invisible, does crucial work to maintain its power, wrote Ewing, a sociologist of race and education at the University of Chicago, who said she charges or changed her mind on the issue over the past 2 years. Language has been, and listen, watch this one. This is hilarious. What I'm about to read is probably the funniest thing in this whole article. Language has been a battleground as of late. For instance, while Oxford Dictionary defines the phrase low hanging fruit as a thing or person that can be won, obtained, or persuaded with little effort, a college professor says the term is racist. Yes. For African Americans, if you say low hanging fruit, we think lynching. Wow. How is this? This is insanity, said May Hicks Jones, an adjunct faculty member of Elgin Community College in Illinois. Grandfathered is also racist, she said, according to a report this week in the college. Fixed to Hicks Jones, the phrase grandfathered in is a reminiscent of a grandfather clause which privileged white people right to vote over that of black people during Jim Crow South. There is such a push to change language. The battleground is the dictionary now. The battleground is the books of history. Everything needs to be changed because of the power struggle. I'm gonna tell you this: when you force anybody to do anything, it's bad. Even if that thing that you're forcing them to do, it's literally good for the people that are getting it, right? People don't like getting forced. Forcing people is gonna only produce, let me put in scientific terms. Albert Einstein said, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. White people might not be saying it that they're racist and they're going along with the kneeling and with the almost a religious type aspect of doing all these things that people are asking them to do, right? They're not saying it vocally, but best believe in those bedrooms at night when they're with their loved ones that they know that they're safe. They're voicing their opinions, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not a pleasant one and it's not a good one. The opinions that a lot of these um, white people are getting in their minds, and again, a lot of these people, the majority of these people are not racist. They're not. You could see it how well the same people voted for a black president 2 terms in a row. The regular American, the regular white American does not wake up every morning saying, yo, how can I be racist to black people? No, they are worried about, do I have food on my table tonight? Can I eat something this morning? Is my rent paid? Is this paid? Is that paid? They're worrying about just getting through life as it is. They're not worried about how can I be racist to a black person. You could leave that off to the KKK, but who's the KKK? What power do they have? Who are these people? They don't have no power. They are nobody. They're a bunch of nobodies. But they keep pushing this narrative, man. I found out today that I'm not sure if it was at a game, but even at Baseball, Major League Baseball, they're kneeling. I'm like, damn, I just want to watch a baseball game, right? Like, I'm all day in the websites looking at politics, seeing this, seeing that, and I want to just turn all that off, like literally turn all that off, and just see some good athletes throw a baseball around and hit a baseball. That's all I want, literally. I don't want anything else. Please don't lecture me on anything else, on anything. And I saw that they're kneeling for the flag now. We're gonna bring political statements into baseball. also, which for the most part was kind of free of all that foolery that was going on in the NFL and whatnot. Again, they have the right to do whatever they want. I also have the right to criticize them, and I think it's wrong and I think it's horrible. I think there's a time and a place for everything. I think you do not get hired to make a political statement or a religious statement. You don't get hired for any of that stuff. You get hired to hit a ball. Yet they're allowing these things to propagate, and at the end of the day, on a lie. Everybody knows it's a lie. The the context of the kneeling is a lie. That they are killing more Africans Americans in the United States than any other race. That's total lie. Everybody knows that. But I leave it up to you. Tell me, what do you guys think of all this first world problems? Because we have, our food is good. Our For the most part, we everybody has a shelter. Everybody has clothes on their back. Yet we have time again, because we have all these basic necessities covered, to complain. Remember to like, remember to share every Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, live call-in show. See you there. God bless, Godspeed. Me, Valentine, I am out.